Hello everybody, Todd here with all things archery and shooting, and we're doing part 2 of my review on the Bear Kodiak Magnum. This is a 52-inch AMO bow that's got a rating of 44 pounds at 28 inches. At my draw length of 29.5, it's pulling 49 pounds. And we're going to go ahead and shoot this thing across the chronograph here. I've got 2 arrows I'm going to shoot. First arrow is going to be 10 grains per pound of draw weight. These are 490 grain cedar shafts with a 100 grain point on them, 4-inch fletchings on them, okay? These are 5/16 shafts. Next will be 12 grains per pound of draw weight at 590 to 600 grain arrow. This is my hunting shaft. This is 11/32 quarter for cedar, 160 grain point, and 4-inch fletchings on them. And we're going to shoot both these across this chronograph and see how fast this bow shoots. And then we're going to move over and shoot the 3D target and then shoot the accuracy on the regular bag targets. Let's get started and see how this thing shoots. Also, I want to point out too that if you guys are not a Patreon member, please sign up to become a Patreon member, because I'm going to be giving away this bow to my Patreon members. And the only way you can win this bow is if you go to my Patreon channel. There'll be a link in the box for you, in the description box, and sign up with either bronze, silver, or gold membership. You'll see it listed there. And everyone that signs up for a membership before October 30th will be in for a drawing on November 5th. And I'll be giving this bow away, okay? So be sure to do that, all right? There'll be more information about that in the description as well, too. Let's get started over here and see how this thing shoots. Okay, as always, we're going to shoot 6 arrows across the chronograph. I'll throw out the high and throw out the low and average the 4 in the middle. We're going to start with the 10 grains per pound of draw weight, which is this one here. This is a 490 grain cedar shaft. We're going to shoot 6 arrows across this, see what it brings up. First arrow. $180. Second arrow. $176. Third arrow. $178. Fourth arrow. $174. Fifth arrow. $176. Sixth arrow and final arrow for the 10 grains per pound of draw weight. $178. Okay, now we're going to move up to 12 grains per pound of draw weight, which would be these 600 grain shafts. These are 11/32 poured over cedar. We're going to shoot these across it we get. Remember, my bow is pulling 49 pounds at my draw length, okay? Let's see what we're doing. First arrow. 165. Second arrow. 156. Third arrow. 160. Fourth arrow. 166. Fifth arrow. 163. Sixth and final arrow. 165. Okay, not so bad. I guess they're about 180 feet per second for the 10 grains per pound of draw weight, and about 162, 163 for the 12 grains per draw weight. That's respectable. Next on our review, we're going to shoot these 2 targets here. I'm going to put 3 arrows in each target. We're going to shoot from 20 yards. I'm going to aim for this black spot here and aim for this center spot here. Okay? And we're going to see how accurate the bow shoots, all right? So let's step off 20 yards and put 6 arrows downrange. 3 on this target, 3 on this target, see how we do. Okay, here we go. Good. Alrighty. Arrow seems to shoot a little bit high, but not bad. I've got about my aiming spot was here. I'm about 3 inches round and target, and about 2 inches above it. Okay. And here we've got, I was aiming for this one. I noticed I was shooting high in this target, so I bumped it up to this higher target. And I've got 3 in the target, less than 3 inches, okay? Not too bad, not too bad. Let's shoot 6 more. Okay. All right. What I did was I adjusted my my knock position on my string. So I was shooting high last time. I sort of brought it down where it needs to be at. As you can see, I got 3 in the black, about 3 inches at 20 yards. Over here, I was aiming for the top circle, and I've got 1, 2. I hit an extra arrow here, banged the extra arrow, so I got 3 in that circle. So that's about 2.5 inches there. That's my 20-yard group. Not bad for this bow. I don't notice any finger pinch on the bow being so short. It does have a little bit of a shock to the handle, but not a lot. And it is a little bit loud. You hear that thump. But I don't think it's something that you can it'd probably be fixed with like a string silencer. Let's head over to the 3D target and see how it shoots there. All right. This is my Delta McKenzie target. This is a lot better target than that Glendale target, I think. It holds up a little better. But we're going to step off 20 yards and put 3 arrows in the vitals here and see what happens. Here we go, 20 yards. Okay. All right, here we go. Shot 6 arrows. I'm sorry, but it's a little hot out here. I shot 6 arrows, 20 yards. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the black, which is the 10 zone, 10 ring. Okay, oh, there went my bow. Oh, fix that again. Okay, a little bit hot there, sorry about that. Okay, all right, as you can see here, 20 yards, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 arrows into the bullseye. I've got one outside, I guess this will be the 9 ring, that's the 8 ring, one in the 8 ring at 11 o'clock, and I got one in the 9 ring at 7 o'clock. So overall, not too bad at shooting. Bow does shoot pretty well. People have asked me about what my shooting style I use. I really don't know how to call my shooting style. It's basically instinctive with a built-in gap, if that makes any sense. Basically what I do is I shoot with both eyes open. I concentrate on a spot on the target I want to hit. I draw the bow from a low ready and pull it and draw it to my anchor point. And then once my tip of my arrow comes in contact where my gap's supposed to be after this, whether it be 6 inches, wherever my gap, which I know my gap from 5 to 30 yards, as soon as I think my tip has hit that area, I let it go, okay? So it's kind of, I don't know what you would call that, but it's kind of like a hybrid system, a little bit of a gap, a little bit of instinctive shooting, snap shooting. Seems to work for me though. Let's move over to my target here. We're going to try my 3 for 3. That's 3 arrows on 3 targets. I think I'm going to push it up one. We're going to do 2 arrows on each target for a total of 6, back to back. Let's see what we can do. Okay. All right, what I have here is 3 3D targets. I got 2 from Delta McKenzie. One is the Rabbit, and one is the Bobcat. Then over here I've got a Glendale buck target as well too, bedded buck target. So this is my 3 for 3 challenge. We're going to do one up there. We're going to put 2 arrows back to back into that target, and this one over here, and try to keep them in the kill zone. Okay? We're going to shoot from 20 yards, see what we can do. Let's see what we do. Okay. Okay, well, not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's start over here, okay? On my bedded deer, I got 2 in the kill zone. I was aiming for this spot here. I got one right above it and one about 3 inches to the right of it. All in along those, that'll be kill zone, 20 yards. Bobcat, I got 2 touching, but they're 6 o'clock low in the 9 ring. That's still considered a kill shot. Not too bad. Rabbit, well, Rabbit I messed up a little bit on. If you look here, get this set up where it needs to be at. Okay, you can see it better now. Alright, you can see the Rabbit, I've got one high in the 8 and one in, I guess that's the 12 zone on a 3D target. So, about 3.5 inches apart on that one. Alrighty, let's step back, do some more shooting, and see how the bow tillers and things like that. As always, I'm going to finish up here with a 20-yard shoot. I'm going to put 3 arrows in that black target at 20 yards and 3 arrows in my deer at 20 yards, okay? My deer target. Let's see what we can do. You watch my anchor point and the tiller of the bow too, how it bends back on it. It's got a little bit of twang to it, as you can hear. Okay. Okay, we're going to put 3 shots in that deer target now. Okay, here's where I was shooting from, my 20-yard mark. Let's walk down to the deer target first, and then we'll walk over to the other target. Okay, as you can see, I got 3. I got 2 in the bullseye and 1 just at 12 o'clock, just outside, just touching the line of the bullseye. And cocktails are probably considered a hit, so that's about a 2.5 to 3 inch group at 20 yards. All right, let's check the other target now. Here we go on this target. I was aiming here. I got 1 out of the black about 12 o'clock, maybe an inch high. Other 2 are in the black though. Not bad for a 20-yard shot. All right, let's head inside the house and get something cold to drink and talk my final thoughts on this bow, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go.